Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another live show, as we are going to be doing the next episode of the Huddersfield Town Show, where we will recap all the latest news over the past week. It's been over a week now, hasn't it? I did my latest news show 9 days ago, so there's been quite a bit of news, obviously not on transfer front, but we've had quite a bit of news obviously from the club in the past week, and we're going to get into it. So make sure you do drop a like on the video, guys, and subscribe if you can. Like I said, on the road to 600 subscribers, and your support is always greatly appreciated. Let's see if we can keep pushing forward now. And now we've hit the 500. Now let's try and get to 600. It'll be brilliant. But yeah, like I say, guys, your comments are fantastic for me to read out on the stream. So if you want to get involved as we go through this, then keep your contributions coming as we go through the topics this evening. But I hope you're all doing well, by the way, and I hope you are, you're having a good week so far too. But yeah, welcome in. Let's have a look who's saying hello. Evening, Ryan. Joshua says, hope you're having a great day and I hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you, Joshua. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I hope you're well, and thank you for joining me as always. You're always in. But yeah, I mean, look, let's get straight into it then, guys. Obviously, well, my season card arrived this last week. And as you can see, obviously, you open it up and there's obviously, kind of a thing here. But no, I thought this was a fantastic touch by the football club, because last season we basically just had an envelope thrown. We basically just had a card thrown in the envelope. But this year, I like the presentation. It makes the world. It might seem a bit small, but it's a small gesture, but it isn't. When you when you open it up and you see it, it's great. So yeah, no, obviously I did renew my season ticket, and they decided to send out new cars this time again. So yeah, we've got another new season ticket there. So that really was great to arrive in the post last week. But yeah, so let's get into the news then, guys. So obviously, the B team played last Tuesday, and we ended up beating Austria Town 4-1. It was a good performance, obviously. Goals from Simpson, Aisha, and Voss and Daly. This is their first pre-season game, the B team. And yeah, obviously they did well. Obviously Simpson getting on the score sheet as well. So I think it was a fantastic start for our B team. Like I said, these guys are hopefully going to be trying to push into the first team, because competition is always good. Some might not be ready yet, but yeah, no, I think it was a good start for them. Now, obviously, it was a predominantly young side, to be honest with you. Obviously, a bit of experience. Obviously, Josh Osterfield was in, Scott High, and Tyree Simpson. So there were a few experienced ones in there, but no, it was a relatively young side in this one. But yeah, good win for them, and good to see them get a win. But the next topic I want to go on to, guys, is the open training session, which was announced last week, and it's an exciting kind of event to go. So obviously, it's on the 30th of July, so a week on Tuesday. And the team are holding an open day training session. So we're going out to John Smith's and be able to watch the players train. Now it's free for season card holders, so obviously I've made sure I got my ticket quite early, so I will be going to the event. It's between 10:30 and 12. 10:30 in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon. Obviously, it won't just be a training session as well. There'll also be a Q&A with our coaching staff, obviously, members of our first team, and obviously the head coach, Michael Duff. So it's exciting, isn't it? You know, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So if you do want your tickets for that, and you are a season card holder, anybody that hasn't seen it, you probably have, but if you haven't, you just need to go onto the website and obviously it's free, so if you're a season card holder, but obviously if you're not, then prices are, I believe, it's £10 adults, isn't it? And maybe obviously it'll be a bit cheaper for the concessions and kids, but yeah, no, it'll be a good few hours, and anybody that's going, yeah, I will be there, so excited for it. Next part is the new app. The new app has been launched, which for me, I think they've done a fantastic job of it. To be honest, obviously, as we know, obviously the website's had a big refurb or revamp, not refurb. You don't say refurb to a website, revamp. And yeah, the app is available now, and I think it's the layout of the app, the design of it, you know, just the overall working of the app is just really, really good, isn't it? You know, it's there's not as many glitches. You know, anybody that doesn't know, so last season's app was awful. In particular, like the layout, I think it was glitching too much, and it just wasn't a very good app. So they've really updated it, and it's a really good app now. So I've obviously recognised that, and I downloaded it to check how it was, and yeah, it's definitely worth getting if you haven't already. Available on Android and iOS devices, so you just have to put Huddersfield Town in the search, and then you'll find it on your app store. Or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you can go onto the website and click the link from there if you want to. But you don't really need to. You will be able to find it from the thing. But yeah, no, let me know your thoughts on the app as well, guys. If you like the app, let me know. Next topic, yeah, Christopher Schindler, of course. He returned last week. Obviously, he has retired now, Schindler. Here he is, look. And he came back to John Smith's, with his family to see some familiar faces. And this really brought a smile to my face, to be honest with you. Obviously, we know how much of a legend Schindler is. You know, obviously, we'll never forget that moment he scored that winning penalty to take us to the Premier League. One of the most iconic moments. We'll never ever forget that, will we? And no, Schindler, I miss him, to be honest with you. I do miss him, but it was good to see him back. I'm wondering if he'll actually, come back for a game this season potentially. But here he is signing that famous photograph as he was stepping up for that penalty to take us to the Premier League. He's signing it for somebody. But no, I thought it was fantastic, and listen, he's always welcome around these parts. He knows that, and it was great to see him back in Huddersfield. Having an unbelievable couple of days due to United's second signing Lanier, who's ranked higher as a generational talent. Yeah, fair enough. Now, yeah, I do know Joshua. I know obviously I'm a talent, but obviously I do follow other football news as well, so I am aware of it. I am aware of it. Yeah. But obviously, it's as if I don't know any other football, but yeah, I do. I do obviously follow other. Yeah, I just love football. I watch any football. I'm always watching football. I follow the news. I follow all the latest news, really. So yeah, I don't need to be told, really. So yeah, the under-18s played as well. They opened their pre-season schedule. I think it was on Saturday, wasn't it? And they ended up beating Shrewsbury Town 4-0, which obviously was a great outing for the young lads. Goals from Isaac, Double, Onyeka and Spencer. So obviously these guys are obviously a lot younger, and not many familiar names, but obviously it was at Canal side, so that was a good run out, and they won. So good, really good performance by the sounds of it. Obviously, we're not going to get into our game. Obviously, not our game, the senior team's game, because I did do a live show talking about that. But obviously, we beat Harrogate 3-2 in the afternoon on the same day, and it was a really good performance. And I think the scoreline kind of it was closer than the scoreline suggested. But no, I've already kind of talked about that, so we don't really need to go into that on here. The Town B team played their second match on Tuesday against Halifax Town in a behind closed doors friendly. Tom Lees made his first appearance of pre-season with our B team at Canal side, so it was obviously with the defender obviously stepping up his rehabilitation. Obviously he's been out injured, hasn't he? So no, it was good to see Lees get some minutes in the tank, and it was good to see. Obviously he didn't play the full half. He did start the game, but he didn't play the full half. I believe it was around half an hour that he played, Lees. But they're managing him very carefully. Obviously they don't want him to, pick up another injury. Of course, now pre-season tour of Austria is fast approaching, so the lads will be going out from the 20th to the 29th, so they'll be there 9 days in Austria, training camp, and a few friendlies in there as well, which obviously there'll be some good tests in there, especially the last two games. So we play Limassol on the Monday, so we play Limassol this Monday, and then we'll play Hertha Berlin on the Thursday, followed by a game on Sunday against Lecce. And then obviously they'll come back, and there was rumours that there might be a friendly the weekend after, at home, but I don't know. Nothing's been announced yet by the club, but there was talk of a home friendly, because there is a gap the following weekend. So if they, might be probably better getting a game in, maybe, do you think? I probably think so. But if not, then they'll just have more minutes on. Well, they'll have more time on the training ground, I suppose. So I wonder if there's any pubs or golf courses in Austria. I know. We're not getting into that in here, Bootery, to be honest with you. I'm not going back on all ground, to be honest with you. Now, Rino Balker obviously sustained an injury over the weekend, of course. I did a video about this, to be honest with you, but we'll cover it again. Obviously, he came off on a stretcher, didn't he, last Saturday in our latest preseason game. For me, when I saw the stretcher and he came, he was obviously looked in agony when he went down as well. And I was feeling the worst, to be honest with you. It did look really bad. Now, the club brought us an update on Monday, explaining that Balker had suffered a fracture to his ankle, which will require surgery, and we will be ruled out until the new year. Look, it's just another frustrating kind of moment, isn't it, for us, because it's a bit of a setback, because obviously Balker would have played a big part for us this season. Obviously he's been ruled out until 2025, so it's a long way off. Look, this guy just can't seem to keep fit. He's shown glimpses of what he can do, admittedly, but the thing is you can be as good as you want when you're playing, but if you're not playing enough, or if you can't keep fit, then it's not really any use to us, as harsh as that sounds. Just another typical injury yet again. John's in. Hello, how are you, Jordan? Welcome in. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, please do make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe if you are new to this channel. We are trying to grow this channel slowly but surely, but also likes do help get the video out there, of course, as well. So it would be much appreciated. Blue Tay says Balker's had no luck with injuries. Feel for him. I bet he's absolutely gutted. Yeah, no, I bet he is, to be honest with you. And we're going to have a look at what Michael Duff had to say about the injury, and then we'll hear from Balker as well. So let me just take the banner off, guys, so you can see it. There we are. So Michael Duff said, I've really enjoyed getting to know working with Rino over the past few weeks, and I've spoken to him already to make sure that he's as okay as possible in himself following the injury. Coming back from something like this isn't easy, but we will do everything we can to make sure that the journey is as straightforward as possible for him. And we look forward to having him back within the group when possible. So yeah, really nice words from Duff, of course, very supportive. And yeah, obviously we'll help him with his journey back to fitness. And yeah. So yeah, that was the statement from Duff. And I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Yeah, I just thought I'd just mute myself after sneeze. But yeah, this hay fever is driving me insane right now. And we're going to have a look at the Balker statement. He has already obviously spoken out about this. So here we are. This is a difficult moment and an experience no player wishes to have. And I am hurt that I cannot continue to prepare for the new season with my team after enjoying an exciting start to pre-season together. I must now take the time to heal and work with the doctors and medics to ensure I can play again as soon as possible, which I will do with full commitment. I want to thank all my coaches, teammates and club staff for their care and kindness, but most of all our amazing supporters for your well wishes and concern. While I won't be able to start the season as planned, I'll still be alongside you supporting the boys whenever possible. So yeah, that was Balker's statement, guys. After he has sustained that fractured ankle, which will keep him out until next year, of course. But yeah, like I say, it is incredibly frustrating, disappointing. And like I said, we've seen glimpses of what he can do, but he just can't stay injury-free. So it seemed to be a bit of a pointless signing when we made it, obviously, last season. Because, yeah, he's just not been able to have any kind of run or consistency in the side. And it begs the question, did we actually ever even look at what his injury record was like before he came in? By all accounts, it doesn't look like we have, so I'm not sure why. But now, this begs another question, doesn't it? You know, do we need to go and sign a defender who can play in his place now? Or do we give the likes of Neil Eccleston, who of course has kind of shown has been really impressive in the pre-season so far, to be honest with you, do we give him a chance? It would be a bit of a lot of pressure to put on him. Obviously, Duff will know if he thinks he's going to be ready or not, but no. But it'll be interesting to see what happens, won't it, really? Well, obviously, I wish Medina all the best with his recovery, but yeah, I mean, it looks like it's just kind of, I don't know, his time at the club, it just feels like it's going to just peter out, and then when his contract runs out, whenever that may be, it'll just be like, well, we've hardly seen him play, which is just unfortunate, isn't it? But we will look at some targets that I've had a look at, guys, in terms of research of what, you know, defenders out there that will really fit the criteria we're looking for. So we'll go on to that in the transfer bit of the show in very, very soon. I will get one on loan, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, potentially loan market could be useful. Now, anybody that's interested in the fundraiser, obviously the club have launched the Walk for Pounds charity fundraiser. Wander to Wanderers to raise vital funds for Forget Me Not Children's Hospice. Event to be held ahead of a away fixture with Bolton in September. Now the club obviously said that it's ahead of our fixture with Bolton, so The event will incorporate an overnight stay as we make our way over the Pennines on the 13th and 14th of September. Starts at the John Smith Stadium, of course, on Friday the 13th. The walk will finish a day later at the home of Bolton Wanderers in time to kick off at 3 p.m. With a full 35 miles to be covered between our first steps in HD1, now destination in Lancashire, stopping overnight in Bury. After 25 miles on day one, with the final stretch on match day, we'll see 10 more miles covered on the Saturday. Obviously, once again, it gives supporters the choice between two courses. If the full overnight 35-mile journey isn't for you, they will be welcoming participants to join us in Bury for the final 10 miles to the Bolton Stadium. Obviously, and it's obviously just a walk, of course, as quite clearly states. And obviously, the lap of honour will happen the week after with our game against Northampton at the John Smiths. Obviously, all funds will go towards supporting families across West Yorkshire through the Forget Me Not Children's Hospice, both now and in the future. So, yeah, further details. I don't work for the club, by the way, but I just thought I'd just do this anyway. The further details, you can go onto the Huddersfield Town website, htafc.com, and you will find more details on how to sign up, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but my nose is playing havoc because of the hay fever. I do apologise for sniffling. Let me do 1 minute. There we are. I've kind of just got rid of it now. Right. So, yeah, more details. Go onto the htfc.com website for more details. If you want to sign yourself, if you're feeling brave, if you're feeling up for the challenge, then, yeah, get yourself involved, guys. The great fundraising goes to an amazing cause as well. Ainsy says, hi, Neil, you're okay. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Welcome in. Yeah, like I said, make sure to just smash the likes if you are in, everyone. And subscribe. Hit the subscription button. It is free and it will help the channel continue to grow, guys. So any support that you can show to the channel, it is always greatly appreciated. Trust me on that one. So yeah, big up to Aidan for always encouraging people to do that as well, and always being here as well. So moving on, transfer rumours then. So Sorba Thomas, a potential outgoing. Now French side Nantes are understood to be trying to sign Huddersfield Town winger Sorba Thomas this summer, according to Alan Nixon, who, of course, anybody that does follow football will know that Alan Nixon is a very reliable source. This has gone quite over the past few days, but I did see something like, I think it was last week now. Now, the fees meant to be in the region of around £1 million were asking for Sorba Thomas. At the time, the clubs were in early stage of any transfer talk, with a League One side only allowed to speak to Thomas after a deal has been agreed. Nixon goes on to state that the former Bournemouth man is the subject of plenty of transfer interest this summer, with clubs in England also said to have him on their wish list. So, yeah, I believe it did spark a few rumours, didn't it, last week? Because apparently Sorba Thomas did put on his Instagram story that he was in Paris. Now, I believe Duff has allowed the players to have a few days off before the training camp. So they're able to do what they want, really. So was he in Paris because he was just going on a little breakaway? Or was he there because he was looking at, obviously there were discussions ongoing with Nantes. Now, Nantes is actually quite a distance from Paris, from Paris where he was. So I don't know if there's any what you want to read into that, or is it just a little trip away from him? But it did spark a few kind of rumours going on. But then obviously we already knew that Nantes were interested in him, so it kind of pieced together a little bit. But then we realised it's quite a distance, Paris from Nantes to Nantes. So, but however, like I said, there are a few English clubs looking at Sorba Thomas. West Brom have been the latest to be linked with a move for Sorba Thomas. Obviously, Carlos Corbin is more than familiar with the winger, following his previous time in charge of the club, of course. That previous relationship seemed to make a move for the relegated side logical. However, the fresh reports from Alan Nixon have said that the Baggies have deemed a deal for Thomas too pricey. So yeah, I mean, considering Nantes are looking to sign Thomas for $1 million, that will raise eyebrows saying that he's too pricey. I don't understand that, but yeah, no, that it does look like the West Brom link isn't actually going to happen because of the price, and they've turned their attention elsewhere. So let's just see what happens there. But like I said, people know my views on that. So Thomas, he needs to go. To be quite frank, he's had multiple chances. I think it's quite evident he was one of the toxic ones in the dressing room. He doesn't want to be here. He thinks he's bigger than the club. I'm sorry, that if you don't want to be here and you don't want to show pride in that shirt and fight for every ball and do your best, then you aren't able to continue here, because it's just not going to work, is it? So yeah, no, I hope we can sell him as soon as we can, because then it could free up some funds for maybe one or two signings, one signing or something like that. So yeah, let's see. Years ago, could Alex Matos be coming back? Yeah, there were a few rumours on there, because obviously he did post and he started into Alex Matos. I don't know when it was. I think it was like a week or so ago. And yeah, it was obviously showing like his memory of the club, obviously at Huddersfield. And I believe a fan messaged him, and when asked, "Are you potentially coming back?" I think he kind of put the eyes emoji and the blue heart. So that did spark a bit of debate, didn't it, amongst the fan base? But doesn't seem to be anything to suggest that he is at this point. I've not heard anything in terms of anything concrete that we are looking to go back into potentially sign him on loan again. But it may be, it's still a possibility, of course. Now, incomings. So obviously, we have been linked with Joe Hodge, who is obviously at Wolves currently. Now, this would be a loan deal. He's 21 years of age. He's returned back to Wolves after spending the second half of last season on loan at QPR. He scored once in 8 appearances. Given Wolves' financial position, every penny counts, and a low move for the Republic of Ireland international under 21 could be a wise move. Now, he's a versatile midfielder. Yes, I did say that he can play in the number 10 role, just a very creative player. But that's where he's most prominent. But he is a very versatile player in that midfield, so he can play, the defensive midfield role and anywhere really in the midfield. So that's good, isn't it? It's good that we are obviously looking for versatile players as well as players that are good. Now, obviously, he's highly regarded at Wolves. They rate him very highly, but at the moment, the club obviously are said to be willing to let him leave on loan to help his development. So they wanted to develop a bit more before potentially, getting into the first team, guys. That's my understanding. Now, I did see today as well, there was a little bit of a development that from Liam Keane, who is apparently a Wolves correspondent for the Express and Star, so a very reliable source. It says that the two clubs are really close to an agreement over Joe Hodge. Talks ongoing over a season-long loan, and deal expected to go through. So this deal looks like it is going to go through, guys, doesn't it? And look, I would be happy with it. People are saying, why do we need another midfielder? And I get that, but the thing is if he's more advanced midfielder, like he likes to play, and although he's versatile, he can play anyway, but if required, but he's more of a attacking-minded midfielder. So really, the likes of Herbie Kane have come in, Anthony Evans all can play that role, and then he can play that role too. So that's good depth for me. So I wouldn't be again. I don't think it's a bad signing. Obviously, we know that we need another defender now, definitely now. And we need a striker. There's no question about it. We need to get a striker in, guys, don't we? We know this. Obviously, we were after Alfie May when that fell through. Obviously, I haven't really seen any more links in regards to a striker, but I think my only hope is that we will start to hear something soon. But yeah, they're definitely looking behind the scenes at another striker because that's and now a defender. Now Balker's out. Definitely, we need to. So let's have a look then, guys. I did say that I was going to. This time I was going to look at a few options in that defence. Obviously now Balker's out injured. I'm going to have a look at a few options that I've done a bit of research into, and we're going to share those with you in a moment. But let's have a look at what else people are saying. George would be a class signing. George can also play the hog role, so it could be a good alternative. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can play a defensive role. He's very versatile in that midfield, so I think it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Really, on loan as well, and he seems he's still young as well. So I think he will be. I think it'll really fit really nicely, won't it? Both parts. Obviously, Hodge will enjoy playing here, and we will like to, we'll enjoy watching him as well. So I think it would be a fantastic signing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But after the deal is closed, I would expect an announcement maybe tomorrow, or if not, mind you, sometimes they make announcements over the weekend, but in the next few days, I would expect an announcement to be made to us on this one, because it does look like it's going to happen. It's just a matter of if. It's just a matter of when, not if, from my understanding. Now, let's have a look at the defence then at the moment, because for me, the criteria for a new recruit in that defence, obviously we need a wide centre-back, preferably a left-sided centre-back. That's a position we are lacking in at the back, if you kind of think in your mind. We need somebody that can progress the ball out of defence, strong, comfortable when defending wide areas too, capable of playing a starting role for us. We can't be having players that are just, not really ready to start games. We need to have a player that's ready to come in and hit the ground running straight away. So let's have a look at a few options then, guys, because I have done a bit of research and we will share those with you now. So let's have a look at the first option that we could potentially go with for the centre half. So let's have a look. So let's get the first one up. So this is a guy that obviously is at Fleetwood at the moment. His name is Brendan Wiradu, and he's moved from midfield into the back line last season, and he's really, really done well for them in his new role. He's 24 years of age. He's superb at bringing the ball out of defence and aggressively winning back the ball. Having looked at a few clips of him, and I think he could potentially be a very quality addition to our squad. Obviously, Fleetwood have been relegated, of course, from League 1 to League 2, so I think we can get him at a really affordable price too. So I think this guy would be a really good option for us to have a look at, maybe just have a little discussion with Fleetwood about him. But like I said, the price will suit us. It won't be much, and I just think the fact that he's got all those qualities that I've already said, I think he would be a perfect fit for us, and it would be a good addition to the squad. Now, I've gone for a couple, to be honest with you guys. So another option that we've got is this guy, Sean Ruffin, who is currently at Lincoln City. Now, he's played nearly 100 games for Lincoln at just 20 years of age, so a bit younger than Wiradu. Got a lot of experience, though, to say that he's only 20. He's one of the best talents in League 1, he's been labelled. He's just got 1 year left in his contract, so Lincoln could be willing to cash in on the defender now. The Irishman is not one of the most physically imposing defenders, as you can probably maybe see from this picture, guys, but his 1v1 defending is exceptional. particularly in wide areas. So this guy could potentially be a good option for us. He's comfortable when stepping up the pitch, and even overlapping to help provide support during attacks. Very useful for a wide centre-back. So, I mean, let me know your thoughts on these players I'm saying, guys. But this is, of course, a guy that could potentially come in and really will add. That's another option for us to have a look at him. Blue Taste would be a good like for like replacement for Balker. Why not, in my opinion? Yeah, no, absolutely, it does. I think Wiredu is probably the one that I'd like to see. My number one that I'd like to see come in. I would think. Now we're gonna have a look at a few players. So this guy, Ibane Boat, I spent the past 2 seasons on loan with FC Den Bosch. He is currently at Fulham, his parent club. And then he went to Hartberg of the Austrian Bundesliga on loan, guys. Like the previous guy, Ruffen, Boat only has 1 year left in his current deal. Fulham could be looking to move him on permanently. Now, a few of his qualities, as you can see, he looks a real strong physical defender. He's a natural when it comes to playing on the left of the back three too. So this guy, he's a real promising international. He's a really promising player. He has a promising international career ahead of him with Scotland. He'll want to keep playing regular first team football to keep himself in the national team picture. So will Fulham be tempted to get rid of him now if they aren't going to extend his contract? It could potentially be an option for us. But like I say, very strong. And he's got a bit of a build like Balk, hasn't he, in a way, hasn't he? So that would be another option for us. Now, the next guy I want to get up, last two now, is this guy. Now, Luke Chambers, obviously his parent club is Liverpool. Now, he spent the second half of last season on loan at Wigan. Another loan at the top end of League One could help his development really well and truly. And I think, he's quick. He was really quick to show his quality, playing a variety of roles across the back line for Wigan, including left centre back for them. Now, a bit of his qualities that he's got. Chambers, he's really fast. He's aggressive. He'd fit perfectly on the left side of our defence. This guy. Now, his attacking ability combined with the defensive instincts would add a different dimension to our lineup, providing some attacking threat from the back too. Okay, we need a defender that can defend first of all, but the fact that he can have that attacking outlet too. He drive the team up the field as well. He'll be comfortable doing that. So, no, I think this guy is another respectable option that we should be looking at in terms of that replacement for Balker. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on this, on these links I'm doing. And the final player I've gone with is a guy called Elkan Baggett. Now, Baggett is different to the other defenders on this list. He's much more of a physically imposing profile, 194 centimetres tall. Now, Baggett is another one that only has 1 year left on his Ipswich deal. And obviously, following their promotion, his time at Ipswich looks to be up. Obviously, he did spend the second half of the 23-24 season on loan with Bristol Rovers, where he put in some solid performances. He's a very aerially dominant and reasonably comfortable in possession as well. He's a huge threat from set pieces. He's only 21, so has plenty of time to develop. So this is another guy that could be a really good option for us, if I'm honest with you. And like I say, 21 years of age, and he has had experience out on loan and in, very much a comfortable figure in senior football. So, no, all those options, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the chat. Which one would you like to come in? First player I did was Brendan Wiredu. The second player, Sean Ruffen. The third player, Ibane Boet. And the fourth person, Luke Chambers. Or the very last player, Elkan Baggett. Who would you like to see come in? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. And if you're watching this on playback, feel free to let me know who you'd like to see replace Balker as well. So if you've got any other names that you would like to see. But yeah, now Ian says a striker I will take Huddersfield, Andy Cook, Bradford City. 70 goals in 163 games. He got 17 goals last season. Now, look, I know what you're saying. Look, he has got a lot of goals, hasn't he? You know, he could be a good option. But I believe he's quite. I think he's kind of at the back end of his career, if I remember rightly. I think he's on. You know, so I'm not so sure that we can afford to be. You know, maybe that we. I don't think we can. I know obviously got 70 goals last season, fair enough, but that obviously was a division lower. And I'm not really sure if we can gamble on a player of his age at this point. I think he's kind of at the back end of his career. Now, I hope I haven't got that wrong, but I'm just going to quickly Google him quickly to see how old he is. He's 33. So, yeah, I mean, look, he isn't the quick. I've seen a little bit of him. I think he's not the quickest. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I know what you're saying. He's got a good goal scoring record, but I'm just not too convinced, to be honest with you, with that one. There might be better options out there. We'll have to see. Loic Mbeso could be an option, having been released by Forest. Well, I don't know much about him, to be honest with you, Blue Terrier. I haven't done my research. Let's have a look at him. I'm going to Google him. He's 23. Obviously, yeah, he's. Let's have a look at his player profile. He's quite tall. He's been at Almere City, Nottingham Forest. Obviously, he's very really played. He's been in France with Guingamp. Oh my goodness. He started his career at Paris Saint-Germain. So, well, I don't know much about him. I haven't really done much research. I haven't really seen. I didn't really do my research on him. But yeah, no, fair enough. Another potential option could be Dampos, having been released by Luton. But out of the ones you've named, I'd go Wiradou. Yeah, I mean, Wiradou, I'm favouring him more, I think. Now, the only thing with Dan Potts is he's too injury prone. He's too injury prone, Dan Potts, and I'm not too sure. You know, I think he's really struggled in the past few seasons. If you had a look at what he's done in the past few seasons, so yeah, no, I don't think that would be a sensible option to get Potts, to be honest with you, even if he's a free agent. But yeah, Wiradou does look like the option that would be the best one for us, doesn't it, really? Now, let's have a look. We are coming to a close, guys, in the next 10 minutes. We'll go to the hour mark. If you've got any questions, by the way, feel free to ask any questions you've got. Any questions you want me to, any questions you've got for me. But yeah, guys, if you can, like I said, I've mentioned it a few times, but if you can, if you are watching this, please do make sure you drop a like on the video. It does help with the algorithm of the video, get it out a bit more, get it seen a bit more, which would be great. And also subscribe as well, if you can. It would be greatly appreciated. All free, and it does go a long way in helping the channel, of course, too. Now, yes, so I think we've kind of covered all the latest news, but any final questions, or if you've got a few questions for me, then get them in the chat. But look, it's going to be interesting to see how the lads get on in Austria. I think it'll do them very good. It'll do a world of good, won't it? You know, going out, you know, different surroundings, fantastic training camp facility that they're staying at, I believe, and so playing a few games out there, a few tests, especially the final two games do look the bigger tests. So we heard for Berlin and Lecce, who of course are so two great sides. And yeah, I think it'll do them well. They'll be ready to, you know, to really. This is the final part, isn't it? Now, pre-season. This is where the serious stuff gets even serious, you know. And I think, you know, we need, you know, obviously the lads will be working really hard. Obviously, Duff will be working them very hard because he's even let him have a few days off. before the training camp, I believe. So no, obviously, they'll need it and they'll be ready to work hard in Austria. And yeah, it'll be a good. It'll get us really ready for the season. I think it really would. It really would get us ready for the season. This Austria trip will be this Austria trip will be the foundation to really hit the ground running. When we start the season. For me, I think it's going to be brilliant for us. Into the probably go with Wuredu. His name is Wuredu, not Wuredo, I believe, unless I've butchered his name, but I don't think his name is Wuredu. Yeah, it's Wuredu. Yeah, it's Wuredu. Yeah, I thought it was. I was going to say I thought though, but yeah, Wuredu. In asked, which striker would you like to come to Huddersfield? I mean, look, I've been looking at strikers. I haven't really seen any links to you, so I can't really base off that. I was actually looking at like League One strikers last season and what which players were obviously amongst the top scorers last season. And if you look at them, I believe if you on the list, there's going to be obviously. There's obviously going to be a few on the list that we possibly might be able to get. Mind you, I don't know, to be honest with you, but I'm just looking at the stature of some of these clubs. Hoskins had 15 goals in 38 appearances. So 15 goals isn't that much to that's pretty good, isn't it? That for a season. Okay, 38 games played, so he's not great, is it really? I mean, it is decent still. He's still got 15 goals. Who else could we go for? He's at Northampton, isn't he? Reed at Stevenage. He got 18 goals in 42 games. I don't know if we could maybe get him. I don't know. I just don't know the price of these players, guys. It's hard to kind of. But the top scorers are these, and so I'm not too sure. I need to maybe do a bit more research on that. But someone online has suggested Jake Young as a potential striker. Jake Young. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at him, man. Let's have a Google of him. Jake Young. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. So look at his stats. So he's at Bradford at the moment. It says he's 22, centre forward. He was on loan at. He was on loan at Swindon last season. Can't see any stats for him though. No. So yeah, no, I'm not too sure. I don't think he looks like he's got. I had a few injury issues as well. Obviously, a hamstring injury recently, February this year, which can happen. To be fair, he's amazing injury prone. But I'm not too sure about him, to be honest with you. David Keller-Dunn, I've heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of him. So we'll look at him then. David. So he is currently, have a look, transfer market. He's currently at Mansfield. He's 26. He's actually an attacking midfielder, Blue Terriers, isn't he? He's not a striker. So we don't need another attacking midfielder, that's for sure. Aiden said Elliot List could be a good option. Yeah, I thought I said that right. Let's have a look at him then. I think we can kind of wrap up in a moment, guys. Elliot List, here we are. Let's have a look. Transfer markets. He's at Stevenage. He's a right winger. He's a right winger, Aiden. He's not a striker. Or he can play centre forward too. You can play centre forward too, it says. Again, can't see any stats here. Let's have a look. Career stats. He hasn't scored many goals. He's scored 41 goals in 259 appearances. Not too sure we should be going for somebody that has barely scored. Not too sure, but anyway, I'm not shaking at you, Aiden. Just people outside just annoy me sometimes, and they're making a lot of noise. Right, here we are. Right. He plays the striker for Man City, but they signed the Cam. Yeah, look, I'm not too sure on the strike about the guys. I mean, it might be something that I need to kind of look at in. I did kind of have a quick look today, but I just didn't know. I couldn't really find anybody that I thought, yeah, we could go after him, and I haven't seen any links for a strike at the moment. I think when we do maybe have like 1 or 2 links, which we need to get moving with that, because I'm sorry, the season is going to be here before we know it. It's like, is it 23 days away now? 23 days. So it's getting closer. So we need to be moving quickly in the next week for a striker and a defender for me. It has gone a little bit quiet. Obviously, it looks like we're going to get Joe Hodgin, another midfielder, that will help us in that department. But yeah, no, so that looks like it's going to happen. It's a matter of when, not if. But yeah, no, I mean, look, it's been a good stream tonight. We'll have a look at that next week. Maybe we'll have a few. Well, we hope that we can have a few more links to look at in terms of striker options, and will we have acted in the defense as well in terms of bringing somebody in. But yeah, but like I say, I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Obviously, it's been good to kind of catch up with you all and speak about the Terriers, and yeah, no, it's been good. So like I said, please do make sure you drop a like on the video. I know I keep saying this, but please do make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, all free, and we're trying to keep growing the channel as much as we can. The likes do help, guys. Honestly, I can't tell you how much a like does actually help, because if you get like over 10 likes, it actually does get the video out quite a lot, more than you'll know, really. So I think it does really make a difference. You can find me on my socials if you want to give me a follow on those. Going around now, HGFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter. I still call it Twitter, guys. If you do want to follow me on my TikTok page, you can do. I do like video. I'm pretty consistent on there too. It is Ryan M Official on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, feel free to drop me a follow on there as well. But guys, I hope you have a lovely evening. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. People that haven't been able to watch this on live, you're more than welcome to get your comments in as you watch it on playback too, because obviously I know people can't always tune in live, so it's always good that it goes up onto the channel so people can catch up with what they've missed. But let's see how the next few days develop into next week, and we'll be back again next week for another show like this, episode 4, I believe, next week. So we've done a few of those. I'm really enjoying them. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate everybody's support. Have a good rest of the evening. Not sure when next content is coming out yet. It just depends on what happens with obviously the club. But it might be a bit quiet over the next few days. But we hope it isn't, because we want some signings through the door, don't we? So let's just see. But click the notification bell on the channel as well, and you can get notified every time I go live. But yeah, have if I don't see you before the weekend, have a lovely weekend. Take care, stay safe, and as always, up the town. Let's keep building on the momentum, and let's have a good training camp in Austria, and also so we'll be back on Monday, if not before, for a match reaction to our game, obviously against Limassol, which is on Monday evening. I believe it might be Monday evening. I'm not sure yet. I think it's Monday. I think it's Monday at 5 o'clock, or it might be 8 o'clock. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, we'll be back for a match reaction then. So guys, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Up the town.